is believing you're destined for greatness. I know this sounds crazy, but this is what I mean, right? For example, if you guys know me, right? You guys know me that I'm a pretty good teacher. That's what I think. I think I know how to communicate very complex things about human nature and in a way that's very digestible. Well, what you guys don't understand is that when I was younger, I will go to random churches and preachers would always prophesy the same thing to me, and that was this: you will go all across. You will go throughout the nations. In Spanish was irás a las naciones y sanarás multitudes, right? You will go throughout the nations and you will heal a multitude of people, right? That was, I say this and it still brings me goosebumps, but I used to get that all the time, the same verse. It's almost like they got a memo, like a prophetic memo. Well, what happened is that those prophecies gave me extremely high confidence. I felt like I was destined for that. Right, and everything that I did that was teaching people and healing people physically, emotionally, I always felt super confident about those types of situations. So when I will put myself on the stage, I believe I'm destined for greatness. Like in terms of the way I see myself, I believe that in the future, I'm a impact people. You know, I'm gonna help people change for the better. And that translates into a confidence that radiates. You can sense that I was called to do that. And the reason why is because I believe I'm called to do that. If I don't believe I'm called to do that, that confidence won't radiate from within, right? And you'll see that any person that actually believes they have a calling, there's a certain way that they behave. There's a certain way that they react that just radiates confidence, radiates like you're destined for greatness. And I'm not telling you to do this with like you're dating. Oh, I'm destined to date George Clooney. No, I'm destined to date fucking Pamela Anderson, right? That's 90s type of shit. No, what you do is that you visualize yourself in a happy relationship. You visualize yourself being respected. Visualize it in your mind every single day. Imagine how it feels. Imagine how it feels to be respected by them. Imagine how it feels to be heard. And what would happen from that is that you're the way you go on dates, the way you interact with the opposite sex, there's a certain inevitableness that radiates from you. Where if somebody starts treating me disrespectfully, as much as I like you, I believe so much in my destiny to find somebody that I could share my life with. I believe in that vision so much that in my automatic response to your disrespect is disgust. It's aversion. It's saying, hey, I don't want you because you're not what what I see in my future. Having that belief in the future and seeing the relationship you want, seeing it in your mind in a very vivid way, when you go on dates, you already know what you want. When you meet somebody of the opposite sex, you're not gonna be interacting with them in a needy way because you already know it's already done. And you don't have to be religious to do this, right? But you'll see it in religious people that when somebody believes they have a calling, their behavior is in a way that actually inspires people to give them the position they feel like they're destined for. When I was younger, I felt like I was destined to be a preacher. And the adults in my church saw the way I behaved because I believed in that so much that without me asking me, they asked me to be a Bible teacher for the youth. Right? And from then on, I got more responsibility. I became a preacher. I would travel and give sermons and stuff like that. But it all came from a belief in myself. This belief comes through visualization. Continually giving your brain visual images and mental movies that you consciously replay in your mind with the emotional experience. This will inspire people. This will change all of your nonverbal cues to inspire people to give you that. It's just that simple. This is why cult leaders are so powerful, because a lot of cult leaders believe the bullshit. They really believe. Some people really believe they're Jesus. And I know it sounds crazy, but their belief in that they're Jesus does translate into following. It's as simple as that. You have a strong delusion about yourself. People will believe it if you believe it hard enough. But too many people have a negative delusion of themselves where they don't believe they're worth much. And so as a result, they actually get that. It all starts with you visualizing. The universe has already given me this. All I gotta do is wait for it to come. This confidence, I swear to God, it radiates from within. It radiates. And there are certain things about that mindset and actually holding that vision in your mind that will change the way you behave in ways that you have no idea you're doing. In ways you have no idea why all of a sudden people like you more. Why all of a sudden they're calling you back for more dates. You have the reason why is because the little things in your face and how you react and even how you blink and how you move, everything's going to be calibrated to create that reality. And the more you visualize it, the more you'll be able to know who are the ones that are good for you and bad for you. And because of that pickiness, because of that mental knowing about who's good and who's bad, your behavior will have almost like there's not gonna be this needy energy radiating from you, if that makes any sense. So you first have to believe you're destined for that type of relationship. This translates to anything in life, to be honest with you, but in this case it radiates, right? So that's one thing. Have a vision about the type of person you want to meet. See it in your mind and trust that your brain or the universe is going to make this happen, and then relax. It just happens. Like it does happen. You guys don't understand. This is what I did for this channel. There's a video of me in 2015 saying what I'm gonna do, and the reason why is because I had visions of doing what I'm doing right now, plenty visions of doing what I'm doing now, and it gave me this unshakable confidence, like completely unshakable. I remember in the video where I'm telling people about what I'm gonna do, like it even shocks me how confident I sound. I'm not even gonna lie.
But I always believed in myself, and I just have this belief in myself that there is nothing in the world that's gonna stop me. If he could do it, I could do it too. Why shouldn't I reach for the fucking stars? I am gonna do this. Today's the 21st of January 2016. See this? 21st of January 2016. I'm gonna tell you, in less than a year, I'm making $15,000 a month. I don't give a fuck how many shit I have to go through. I don't care how many hours I have to go through. I am gonna learn from the best. Apply exactly what they do. And I know that they're nothing different from me. That's why I believe this. They're not different from me. They just do certain things that are different, and they believe in it. They believe in it. That's why they do so often. When you don't believe in something, you don't do it, because you have doubt, and doubt creates, stagnation in your action. But when you have certainty, that certainty causes you to act compulsively. And I am bound to be fucking successful. Nothing's gonna stop me, man.
Right? And this translates in relationships very well. So believing you're destined for happiness, for a happy relationship. It'll radiate outward. This will influence people into behaving in a way that will give you what you want. Your limits will disappear and your new mindset will be rewarded, right? So you'll see this mindset reward you, which will then cause you to behave even more in that way, right? So the next thing is that you're gonna, by you make sure that when you're visualizing how people treat you, make sure that there's complete respect. Visualize that respect. Visualize it, how it feels to get that respect. Anytime you're in a situation when this doesn't happen, it will turn you off. And that turning off of you will show in the face. High value people are the only ones willing to show discontent in the face, when they don't give a fuck about you, when they don't care about what you think of them. This ability to be willing to show negative emotion in the face will translate into a regality, into an aura about you that draws people into you. And honestly, this really comes down to visualizing. I'm not even kidding with you. When you start visualizing this, it'll become an emotional imprint. right? Now, what you have to understand is that some people will not see your worth. That's the thing. And this is when I said this will show you your true character. Because if people now don't see your worth, how you react to that tells you where you are in the total pole of self-esteem. When somebody doesn't see your worth, your reaction shouldn't be to show them your worth. Your reaction should be too bad for you. Too bad. If you don't see my worth, then that's your loss. And you move on. There's no resentment. There's no calling Father Alex, or some people call me Fatter Alex when I was getting fat. There's no need to call Father Alex and what you could do. No. Your reaction is like a king or queen with regality. If you don't want it, that's fine. Other people are going to want it. It doesn't lower your self-esteem. It gives you clarity that this person is not it. Not that you're not worthy enough. Right? So remember, your self-esteem is determined by what you accept at your lowest. These things will continue to repeat themselves. And if you accept little when you feel your lowest, that's really what your brain is going to say, this is our true worth. How low does your worth go at the end of the day? Because it does fluctuate. But some people's low is higher than others. And if your low is higher than most people, I'm telling you, people are going to be able to... Look, man, again, I say this a lot because it's a good example. I let go of that girl who, for the love of God, that girl was just a perfect physical embodiment of what Father Alex likes in the person. Jesus Christ. I mean, Lord have mercy. So I still have flashbacks. Anyways. It hurt having to say, bitch, get the fuck out. Don't ever hit me up again. It hurt. That shit hurt people. That hurt. You know? But I felt like I was standing on firm ground when I was doing that. Before, if I would tell that girl, leave me, it felt like I was telling her that, but the ground where I was in was sinking. But this time, it just felt I was firm. I said no, it hurt, but I felt firm on the ground. Right? That's because I believe in my vision. I have a vision of the type of relationship that I want. I'm happy where I am now, but in the meantime, I'm gonna allow this vision that I visualize every day to come to me. And this just radiates from within people. I'm just relaxed. I'm like with my toothpick. Any day now. Any day now. Oh, you're not in? It's fine, girl. It's fine, Melissa. It's Gante Quisha. I don't care. It's fine. If you don't want it, that's totally fine. Because you believe this is inevitable. And yeah, it's truly insane. Don't sell yourself to people who take from you. These are called Pyrrhic victories. Victories that come with an underlying huge price, right? Where if you want, sometimes the relationship, the type of person that you want is really great. It's there for you. But because you want this so badly, you're not looking at the consequences of getting with this. Sometimes you really don't know the true consequences of getting the type of relationship that you want. And when you get it, you'll notice you've lost more than you've gained, right? So it's important to not get lured by the shiny prize and ignoring the negative things that come with that prize. It's important not to do that. And that's why you got to make sure that when you're visualizing this ideal relationship, to visualize how you feel above the physical visual reality. Because you could have the physical visual reality of being with this person, but if this person makes you feel like shit, then you just got a Pyrrhic victory, a win that comes with a loss. Focusing on how they make you feel will prevent this from happening, because then you'll visualize being with them. But if you notice they're making you feel insecure, when in the vision they made you feel completely secure, they were consistent and they made you feel confident that they'll always be there, that's a clear sign that this victory is not worth it. Because to keep them means that you're consistently feeling insecure. You consistently feel like you're trying to gain the validation, and they don't seem like they put as much effort as you do. So visualizing the emotional experience is as important, because the emotional experience is at the end of the day what truly matters, right? And so what you're doing is you're demanding more of yourself. You're demanding more in terms of demand more respect from people. Demand more respect from yourself. And it honestly starts with you visualizing it. Visualize it, and your nonverbal cues will radiate. It'll radiate high worth. Sometimes people don't see you as high worth, like I said at the beginning, but because you walked away, they may not run after you, but they will respect you. And that reputation does matter. It does matter. Like, that girl knows how much I liked her, right? She knew. She knew, right? I really, I'm okay with showing people that I like you. I really am okay with that. And if you reject me, that's totally fine. I just want to have a shot, right? And it's kind of like in her mind, I know damn well that she's like, damn, this dude really liked me and he walked away like that. Like, even to me, it shocks me. To me, I sort of, like, I'm proud of myself that I was willing to bite, to hurt, to walk away despite it hurting. I'm proud of myself, right? And those things raise your self-esteem. So you may not get them, but your self-esteem is raised because you're showing yourself, you're giving yourself new victories. You're giving yourself evidence that you value yourself. And a lot of people, just like military armies, walk around with low morale, right? You could be a beautiful person, but if you don't believe, if you have low morale, if you're defeated, if you're jaded by people who are disappointing you, that low morale will translate to horrible results in the dating world. You could be a beautiful person, but because you have low morale, low belief in yourself, somebody who's weaker than you would start taking advantage of you. Especially in your low moments in life. You build high morale by having victories. Even having small victories here and there. Sometimes a victory is not accepting somebody's disrespect. People, if you notice, I am not telling you what to say. I am not telling you what to do. I'm telling you how to think. I'm telling you how to think, and this is something that I should make this for guys too, right? But this does remind me of the course, The Feminine Woman, that I'm doing for women. It's a course that about how to blend your masculine and your feminine. I do talk about a lot about that in that course. I'm actually doing one for men, for men also, the masculine man. But I'm gonna do it after that. But this mindset of seeing like the type of relationship that you want and feeling how they make you feel, it's extremely powerful, and it works. It works. All you gotta do is just make sure to visualize it every day. Make sure know how it feels. I can promise you, your brain will then begin to change things on the inside to make this reality happen. Understand the way people work. You get what you're obsessed about. If you become obsessed about this vision, especially the respect part, especially the part where you notice they make you feel secure, if you get obsessed about that, the brain has a way of giving you what you're obsessed about. The problem is that too many people are obsessed about things that don't provide value. Become obsessed and visualize this type of relationship, this type of life. Well, it will translate into action that will create that. You may not know how. Just visualize. Don't be afraid to take action. Go towards what you fear, and you'll notice this will happen. I know that for sure. This is something that I've done in my life, and that you guys can do as well. Just make sure that the most important thing is visualizing the respect that you get from the other person, and above all, visualize yourself in this vision having complete and utter respect for yourself, and it'll just radiate from within, people. And then you can tell people you watch my channel. I'll be proud of you. All right? Okay. All right. Oh my God. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys ever want to work with Father Alex one-on-one, go to myfoottraction.org, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.
All right, guys, we're going to have a brief intermission so that I could tell you guys about our new bundle that we're doing, where you guys can purchase all of my courses and get it at a discount. So this bundle is pretty much the bundle where you could just buy all of my courses. You could buy Nice Guy, which is a training course on how to come across more assertive, how to come across more confident, how to not give off nice guy vibes. You guys can get access to Dark Game, which is my full dating course on how to meet women in different scenarios, how to attract women, how to make sure you don't come across as creepy, and essentially how to act like a man and not act like a doofus, to be quite honest with you. And you get all of these bonuses, which is the bonuses of Dark Game, the bonuses of Practical Mastery, which is about how to master a skill, Social Mastery, which is how to master your social life, and the Laws of Human Nature, which is a book club videos that I had dissecting Robert Greene's book. All of this is naturally at around 238 200 no naturally is at $346, but you guys can purchase this bundle and get it at what's the price again? Get it at 238 pretty much. So you guys can purchase it right now. It's a money back 30-day money back guarantee. It's a good way to, rather than just buying them individually and paying extra, you guys can just purchase everything at a discount price. Now, the only thing I don't like is the fact that I'm giving you a lot of information at the same time. That makes me kind of scared, because a lot of times people don't do the things that I teach when you get too much information. But I've gotten too many requests to do this, so I'm just satisfying you guys. Purchase it right now by clicking on the description down below where it says purchase the bundle. All right, let's continue with the video.